Chevrolet Monte Carlo 4th generation, 1981 to 1988. The body was restyled with the other GM midsize formal coupes, Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, Pontiac Grand Prix, Buick Regal. It featured a smoother profile than the previous models and new vertical taillights similar to the 1973 to 1977 models. Engine offerings were carried over, including the standard 229-ST Chevrolet V6, 231-ST Buick V6 in California, an optional 267-ST V8, not available in California, a 305-ST V8 in the base and Landau models, and a turbocharged 170 horsepower, 130 kilowatts, 231-ST Buick V6 in the Monte Carlo Turbo. There were a total of 3,027 Monte Carlo turbos for 1981. The Monte Carlo Turbo appeared slightly different from other Monte Carlos that year because in addition to the turbo motor it also was equipped with a small hood scoop on the left side of the hood. It also had Turbo 3.8 badges with Chevrolet body on the sides of the hood scoop, on the trunk lid, and on the right side of the dash. An automatic transmission, power steering and power front disc brakes were standard equipment. While this car was considered by some to be much better looking, and appeared more aerodynamic, than its Buick Regal, Pontiac Grand Prix, and Olds Cutlass cousins, only one team tried to make a go of it in NASCAR Cup racing. While the Big Monte Carlo was the dominant body style in the late 1970s, winning 30 or so races, the downsized, and cleaned up, 1981 body would only take 2 checkered flags in the 1981 and 1982 seasons when it was run. Few revisions were made on the 1982 Monte Carlo. All engines, except for the turbocharged 231-ST V6, which was discontinued along with the Monte Carlo Turbo model, were carried over from 1981. New for 1982 were the additions of a 260-ST V6 and an Oldsmobile 350-ST V8, both of which were diesel engines. With the introduction of GM's new midsize platform that saw the introduction of the Buick Century, Chevrolet Celebrity, Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra, and Pontiac 6000, the chassis designations were changed. The new midsize cars were designated as A-body cars, whereas the cars previously designated as A-bodies were now called G-bodies. A black exterior was not offered in 1982 and also not available in 1982 for the first time in Monte Carlo history was a sportier interior option with strato bucket seats and console, as only the standard notchback bench or optional 55/45 bench were offered this year. Weight distribution was 57% in the front and 43% in the rear. Receiving only minor updates, the 1983 model year Monte Carlo gained a revised grille and interior trim patterns. The standard engine continued to be the 229 and 3 V6, and the 165 horsepower 305 and 3 V8 was optional. The Super Sport package, Z65 was once again made an option in 1983. The Monte Carlo SS was reintroduced in 1983, following 12 years of being discontinued. The Monte Carlo SS featured European body color coding, a new front fascia, a rear spoiler and a V8.